G.I. Joe Classified Series team has given us several variations of these two characters. So, on the several years that we had G.I. Joe Classified Series, never had we had the backstory figures when they were commandos. So, from this configuration now to this configuration, my own personal backstory figures of Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow, utilizing the available accessories and G.I. Joe Classified Series parts that are readily available or at my disposal. Let us first do a quick 360 view of Commando Storm Shadow, and followed by Commando Snake Eyes. So these two action figures are already part of my collection. They have been featured in some other videos that I already had before. But somehow I wanted to breathe new life to my previous builds because somehow they could be or has already been replaced by newer builds of the same characters. So the old build, I wanted to bring new life. For example, this used to be my G.I. Joe Classified Series Tunnel Rat build. So the head used to be sitting on this shoulder, and that head actually was just lying around in my accessories parts bin. This body has been configured literally just with this. So I bought it second hand and it did not come with any accessories. So I just filled up the emptiness of accessories of this action figure, and it has been sitting as just plain old black Commando Snake Eyes. And I was looking at it, and I was looking at my old Tunnel Rat build because I already replaced it with the newer G.I. Joe Classified Series Tunnel Rat. So I thought of another pair. So thinking of Commando Snake Eyes and Commando Storm Shadow, the backstory of those two guys, so I came up with this build. Okay, so with this one, it's going to be just very simple. So just a head swap. So I just placed the Tunnel Rat head that I had before. So actually that head is very familiar because that is the Snake Eyes Origins Snake Eyes head from the movieverse, G.I. Joe movieverse. So actually I'm still in queue or in line even if I just replaced the head unit. That is still Snake Eyes, even if I designated this before as my Kit Bash Tunnel Rat. Okay, so going to the Storm Shadow figure, the Commando Storm Shadow figure. So we have the Snake Eyes Origins movie Storm Shadow alternate head. So I just like the Commando Snake Eyes, I just painted the face with black camouflage paint. So nothing really fancy. I would just use black nail polish, easy to put on, fast to dry, and easy to remove. Okay, so Recondo head cover, that is from an old green shirt that I would always use in my Kit Bash weapon, has already been featured in this channel, so repurposed once again. So this used to be the weapon of my Commando Snake Eyes. So I transferred it to this Storm Shadow action figure. Okay, so let's take out that weapon, that suppressed HNK MP5 variant, and let's take a look at the body. Okay, so the body, the arms, the neck, that comes from G.I. Joe Classified Series Flint. Also the legs, except for the pistol belt that comes from Recondo, and the boots comes from G.I. Joe Classified Series Grant. The man satchel or side bag is from Action Force Valorverse. The straps comes from G.I. Joe Classified Series Outback. And this is, when you see this, you would know that it's immediately who else but Storm Shadow. So the configuration actually is the same as this with the bow and arrow. So of course it's just it's hard to make a combo machete because of course we only made use of the Recondo machete. Okay, so that is strapped pegged onto the back. So the bow and the quiver set with arrows, that comes from Marvel Legends Hawkeye. And of course this comes from Recondo. So I just took out the straps, cut it off, and glued it to the quiver set. So instead of having a lot of accessories on this action figure, I just want to make it very simple. So he has a blade of some sort, so that's removable from the sheath. We have arrows for the bow, and we still have a pistol. So very simple build, not very complicated and not very crowded, because just like unlike the G.I. Joe Classified Series Tunnel Rat, that version, it was really crowded with a lot of stuff. So the simpler that you make your action figures and less gunk or junk, it is more playable and it's fun to look at, aside from the playability factor. So yeah, I still forgot about the MP5 submachine gun. So actually he still has a lot of weapons: a submachine gun, a pistol, a bladed weapon, and bow and arrow. So these two action figures would look very bare without the head covers. The beret from Gen 1 Flint and the bush hat from Tiger Force Recondo. So the head covers are also very different, so to give these two action figures very distinct features. Plus, of course, Snake Eyes is going to wear all black, while Storm Shadow would have a different color camo. Okay, so with regards to the head cover of Recondo would wear it with the folded part on the left side. But for this specific Storm Shadow, I would rather have the folded side on the right. Of course, if he's going to use the bow and arrow, this part of the head cover is not going to impede his ability to use said weapon system. So just very practical use for the accessories that is already on the action figure. So as for the weapon, that comes from Action Force Valorverse. And some of the weapons here, so pistol comes from Recondo, the suppressor on the holster that comes from Baroness, knife comes from a Cobra action figure. Which one? I already forgot which one, but I know that it comes from a Cobra action figure because it has a snake head for the end of the hilt. But anyway, so still a blade that would fit that scabbard, because I bought this figure without the blade, without the pistol, without the suppressor. It was just the action figure. So here we go with the backstory figures. Just my personal take on good old Storm Shadow and good old Snake Eyes. So they're going to be a standalone piece in my collection, or even a Christmas gift if I wish to. So if you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe to help me grow my channel. And see you in the next action figure or custom action figure review.